Dear ones, I am Archangel Michael. Yes, I want to start this week here with you. It is extremely important that each of you is always ready, always with an open heart for what will happen. But what will happen? It doesn't matter. Don't wait, you will know exactly what will happen. Many comment, many even explain, but I can tell you that exactly what will happen will depend on the here and now. Just like you, when you have a recipe, you add the ingredients, but it doesn't always come out exactly as it was there. In the end you may have a beautiful surprise, an extremely tasty dish, or a dish that could even be said to be horrible. But I can also say that some of you would get that recipe, and out of custom or professionalism, they would add that special touch there, adding something a little more accentuated, and that will give a new shape to that recipe. And that dish that could turn out horrendous turns out to be extremely tasty. So that standard recipe depended on the here and now, it depended on that special touch that was given to it. That's exactly what will happen. There is an expectation, there is a pattern in the event. But the event will actually happen, depending on the here and now, very dependent on the vibration you will have at the moment. He is totally dependent on this vibration. So how can you predict what it will be like? There is no way to. So don't get attached to many things you read or hear. Everything will depend on the moment, everything will depend on your energy. And we can guarantee that at every moment, you are generating a timeline, and that if we realize that that timeline will lead to a bad outcome, we manipulate that timeline so that it leads to a better outcome. No, we are not invading your free will, because at this point, we cannot allow you to change anything that was planned by us. So, when you jump timelines, through your total action, through meditations, you only accelerate the process, you fall into more accelerated timelines, due to the energy you emanated there. If you don't emanate anything, you continue in that time zone at the speed you are at, which may not be as fast as you want. When we program such meditations, we know that even if you take a leap, what we have planned will be accomplished. Because we can no longer allow you to change what we have already done. So we are taking great care to fill all the timelines with the success of what we are doing. And as you move through them, they all fall into the same process for us. It is difficult for you to understand what these timelines are. So I'm going to put it into words that are easier for you to understand: the future. Think of the timeline as the future. The future is often already outlined. What I just said here, whatever action you take today, you will find the same future on our part. Nothing will change what we are doing, nor what we will do. Because this would imply the non-evolution of the planet, and this will no longer happen. The planet will evolve, whether you want it to or not. So you cannot manipulate the future, to the point of not allowing Gaia to rise. So this future is already written, there is no change, nothing you do will change that, nothing the dark cabal does will change that. Now, every moment, every here and now, you are creating a new future. If you vibrate, as a whole, very high, you accelerate your journey, getting closer and closer to the moment of ascension. If you lower the vibration, you slow down the process, so things happen slowly and many other things end up happening together. So realize that the future is in your hands. We call this timelines, and you understand this as the future. At this moment, Gaia's ascension is a closed fact, it is a fact consecrated throughout the universe. Everyone knows that Gaia will ascend. Nothing will stop this, even if you make a decision that no one will ascend, Gaia will light up, because she has the energy to do so. She will be very sad, knowing that her children abandoned her, but she will, and it will certainly not remain empty, because many beings will make a point of populating it. But benevolent beings, beings with a lot of love, until you all reincarnate on the planet. But I sincerely hope that this is not your decision, that those who are already on the journey do not take a step back, continue the journey forward, and I am sure that a large majority will complete this path. I already told you here, those who can afford it will go, even if I pull it by the hair. You think this scene is funny? Let's say that from your point of view it is funny, but not from mine, because you made an agreement with me, you have a commitment to me and I will certainly make sure you respect it. Now let it be very clear, that I will do this in case of fear, fear of what will happen, fear of not being able, fear, fear, fear. Then I will pull you by the hair and you will go. Now if you decide, no, I don't want to go. I break my agreement with you here. Perfectly. Your decision will be respected, it would never invade the free will of any of you. This is a proven fact for any being of light. We never force you into anything. Now, if the doubt is just the fear of what will happen, have no doubt that you will be pulled and I will give you all the support you need, so that you go through all the stages. The main objective of this message today is to ask you not to create fantasies in your minds. Don't keep imagining situations, how it will be or will not be. It will all depend on the moment, it will all depend on where you are in the timeline. Are they close to that Gaia deadline? Will they be well before the deadline and will they go in the first wave? Everything will depend. So there's no point in you commenting, studying, putting everything together in your minds, and when the time comes, it's nothing like that. Because everything will depend on the whole, on what is happening at the moment. The only thing that I want to make very clear, and that you can even dream about, is that, imagine that at the moment of ascension, you will open a door and that on the other side of this door, there will be all of us, everyone, waiting for you, showing you that we are not deceiving you, we are there at your fingertips. And you will choose one to give your hand, and this one will take you through the entire process. Of course this is an image, there will be no door, but it is a way of telling you not to be afraid of what you will find on the other side. Because at that moment, we will all be there, me, Sananda, Maria, Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, Metatron, the Ascended Masters, the Stellar Beings, Arcturians, Pleiadians, Sirians, Andromedons, everyone, who have been here in this whole process and who know exactly what ascension is, because they have already been through it.